Alright, so I got everyone else. Good now. Alright, let's get this show on the road then. Well, as far as removing the donation spot goes, it's gonna remain there as long as someone else donates. He's gonna get some exposure out of his $1, assuming that's a he, unless it's a Asian name of female origin. No, who knows? Hey. Either way, welcome to the beginning of the third age of mankind. 10 years after the Earth-Bari War, the Babylon Project. Was a dream given full? Unfortunately though, that dream is not always a nice one. This time around, as the previous episode crawls to an end, a certain sad scene occurs. There are several bright balls of plasma fly through the air, striking our brave warrior several times on the chest, on the arms, on the legs. He pretty much loses count after the second hit, which takes his consciousness, and he falls to the ground like the proverbial tree being cut down by several blows. As he raises, he notices that the room is quiet. The wound is no longer hurt. The battle is long over. The shuttle long dead. There is nothing except his own whispers and a few floating corpses around him. And then he snaps to attention when a voice calls, "Malone, are you paying attention in class?" As he looks around, he notices he's sitting on desk. No, behind the desk of a brightly lit tutorial hall of the Academy. The Academy back on Earth. West Point. There's everyone he remembers from that era. Right next to him, his old buddy, long dead by now, but there as he was on the day of the first course he ever took. Just trying to get Malone's attention, snapping him out of his dream. Come on, no time for daydreaming, boy.
Sorry, Andy, I must have been lost in thought. What were we studying again?
Starting soon. The first lesson ever. Time to prep up your game. And on an odd side note, Malone also notices someone else. He notices the fact that there is a certain Centauri sitting nearby, also staring at the screen, and apparently are having echo issues, so let's see where the echo is coming from.
Do you have a microphone on your laptop turned on as well as on your...
It might be possible, let me see.
Or Discord maybe needed to be muted.
Okay, how is it now? Jade? I should be muted in Roll20.
Just quickly
Ah, yep. I had double mics on in the OBS.
Oops.
Right, so, my apologies, technical stream number 2. Getting out of the way. Yes, okay. Now it's better. Okay. So, let's do a recap. So, Malone, after receiving several shots, wakes up from his stupor by his nearby friend, who has poked the young soldier out of his dream, and he now finds himself back at the military academy, back on Earth. A place called West Point, with some proud tradition behind it.
Oh yeah.
And there's still an echo? Huh. Is that so? I am quiet now. That is fascinating. How about now? Okay.
No.
No more echo. But let's see. The quiet issue. Now, let's see. Up. Is something? Okay. There seems to be positive commenting on the web. So, now we can carry on, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. So, and as they were talking, Malone does notice the odd Centauri sitting in this desk. That Centauri was not there. In fact, this Centauri is far too old, considering that it is Landas himself, as he is. The last time you saw him, sitting on one of the benches. You don't remember who was supposed to be there, but it definitely was another human, not a Centauri with a proud fan of hair that is traditional for his stature. And Landas is equally confused by his location, as he sees this august hall of about 200 human students in front of an officer with several medals on his chest, giving a speech about how proud they should be upon entering an august academy such as West Point to receive their training in the arts of being a proper soldier of the Earth Force Marine Corps.
Hey, Landis, what are you doing here?
Air Force? What? No. What? No, where are we?
This is... I must be dreaming or something. This is West Point. This is early graduation, I think. Landis, were you here with me?
Why should I, Landis Cortas, be on Earth at an
They're
Earth
looking at it.
project?
They're looking at us. They're looking at us. He does not like people talking in the background. Be very cool. We'll figure out what's going on.
Sorry. I'm just like, I'm getting quieter, and I'm literally trying to... Seeing everyone's attention on me, I'm literally going like this.
I'm leaning towards into you and just doing that little side whisper thing occasionally.
Yes. By the way, roll an intellect roll, both of you.
All right. First roll of the day. Let's see how this new system's working. Intellect.
I'm assuming no modifier.
No additional modifiers.
I can only wish. 6 for me.
Sorry, it's taking me a second. It's not letting me click on my button. There we go.
Yay! Okay. Landas is clearly overwhelmed by all this. This is all new to him. He's never been inside this building. Everything is strange. So he does not notice what Malone does. Malone notices a another figure he does not remember from that day. There is a blonde woman in a stylish outfit, standing at the edge of the ceremonial hall. What makes it strange that, unlike the others, she is not looking at the front where the officer is giving his flamboyant speech of the honors, the rigors of duty, and what is to be expected of a soldier. Instead, she seems to be looking straight at you two, directly focusing her attention to you. And what more is that you notice that she is wearing the badge of psionic on her vest, and the leather gloves associated with the position.
Psycorps.
Have you done anything to gain attention of one of your psychics?
Would this happen to be Karen?
No, this is not Karen.
Even better. I've never seen that woman in my life.
And as you seem to be fixating your attention to her, your surroundings suddenly change. Suddenly, you're being fired upon once more. Dug in a trench, there is plasma flying all around you. Dirt being peppered by various explosives nearby. Some of it rains on top of you as you duck into a foxhole, just to find yourself next to each other once more, but in a different place. This time, though, unfortunately for Landas, your magnificent mane is hidden underneath a helmet, squished beyond recognition. You're holding an Earth-made rifle in your hand. Your clothes are rugged, used, seen combat, some holes here and there. And this is no place you remember, but Malone remembers this place well. This is a battlefield back during your youth years, before the Minbari War, when you were still securing the galaxy as the police force known as the Earth Force, making sure the minor races will not get into scuffles between each other. And during this battle in particular, you remember losing several good friends, but yourself getting out of it intact.
With me, Landis. Stay within cover. As long as we're within this trench, we won't be hit.
I'm literally I'm just diving there, and I'm going, picking myself up, and I'm like, seriously, I've never believed in ground pounders.
You gotta be cool. We're gonna meet up with Alpha Squad, and we're gonna get back to a more secure zone about a couple clicks back.
Noah, where the hell are we? I'm not Air Force. I shouldn't be here. Why am I here?
A loud explosion nearby trembles the ground just as Landas speaks and accidentally pops head up higher.
Definitely, I should not be here. Definitely not. Give me a nice Centauri cruiser any day. Or a nice Centauri female. Either one.
All right, well, follow me this way.
Fine.
I'm gonna... Alpha Squad, what's your position? We're on our way over. What's your position? Over.
This is Alpha Squad. Our position is 2x5x7. Standing by, waiting to reconnect. Alpha Squad out.
All right. All right, hold the shuttle. I've got a couple of squad mates over here with us. We're gonna get in, secure the position. We'll fall back a little bit more to Zone B. We'll be there in 5 mics. Landis, Andy, Bill, Rogers. Follow me this way. I want cover and fire. Advance on 3, 2, 1, go.
Who the fuck is Landas? Roger. The squad begins to follow orders. They are they are kicking it up just like you remember. Each of them doing their duties as mandated by your orders. Though an explosion happens just as they all climb out of the foxhole ready to charge out. You see the great majority of them blown into smithereens and flown across several directions, spreading over the battlefield in a manner most gruesome, and utterly not what you remember happening. Your face filled with with friendly guts, including Landas's once mighty uniform and nowadays it saved everything. Awesome. So, yay. Hooray. Okay, we're back in stream, I assume? Hopefully.
Yeah.
Alright. So, where have we left off? I do believe something to do with grand explosions.
Yep.
Explosions all around us. Landis gets hit. I pick him up fireman style and start dragging him towards Alpha Squad. Maybe a couple clicks away. They're coming in for reinforcements. It's all right, buddy. We'll be fine. Don't bleed out on me. We're gonna make it. We're gonna get on that shuttle and we're gonna make it.
I don't know what you're talking about, Malone. I shouldn't be here in the first place.
I remember something bad happening here.
What do you remember? It's the present, surely.
What are you doing here? Oh, you weren't involved in this part of the war. You're not even supposed to be here.
Quite right. I'm Centauri. I shouldn't be involved in any Earth conflict.
How badly hurt are you? Here, let me put you down for a second. Let me take a look at what you... All right.
Which way you hurt me?
All right, stand still. Let me open up your shirt. Where's it hurt? Does this hurt?
As you are tending to his injuries, the battle seems to be raging on. And the local resistance forces seem to be pushing back your troops, considering the explosions are moving further and further from the areas Malone remembers happening. This battle is clearly being lost, while you remember it being a sound victory.
This wasn't supposed to happen. Well, I'm supposed to be able to reach Alpha Squad, and we're supposed to go to the next rendezvous.
And indeed,
Alpha Squad, where are you at?
And indeed, as you call for Alpha Squad and turn to look towards the direction of the shuttle, you can see their shuttle departing, going up into the sky, only to be met by a single missile gliding across the sky, hitting it square in the side, and it exploding in those 1,000 pieces, spreading them around the battlefield. You remember taking that very shuttle yourself and leaving this planet. But now, that route is close to you.
Landis, that was our last way out.
What?
We're stuck here. We're in hostile territory. We're surrounded by enemy. I've got maybe a clip and a half left in the rifle. You're injured. I don't know what to do.
This
isn't supposed to be happening. We're not supposed to be here.
This is just a nightmare. just a nightmare. I am secretly in bed with a couple of Centauri views. I have to be. I'm too young to die.
Wake up, Landis. This isn't a game. We gotta get somewhere safe. I know there's a few buildings we can maybe walk our way over there. How can you move yet?
Just move me.
I'm gonna need you, soldier. We're gonna both need to be aware to stay alive. Come on. Put an arm around your shoulder and let's move. You still have your rifle. What's your clip like?
I don't know. Earth weapon. Hold on. I think it's full.
Okay. Enemy fire over that direction. Stay low. We're going in this direction here, trying to get to that building.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's stay away from them. Bloody hell.
Yes. Roll me a stealth roll, and since Landas is wounded, you'll get a bane.
Alright, that's a skill. Stealth roll. It's probably all the way bottom.
Alright. As you are making your way, clearly the baggage baggage called Cortas is slowing you down and making it harder to go through the more low obstacles. And as you try doing it, you find yourself cut off as the enemy fire from the potholes nearby prevent you from going any further in case, well, they seem to have their weapons trained on you and quite probably are going to land a hit if you try to cross this one street, well, formerly street, nowadays less rubble than the other parts of the area.
I mean, they see us and they're aiming at us, right?
They're aiming at you, but you are behind a solid cover for now. It's a former wall, used to be a building before an explosion.
I'm gonna peek around and maybe do a quick look and see how many of them they're there, and how this is not good. It's me and a wounded soldier versus how many of them.
All right, give me a recon roll. Let's get all these rolls out of the way.
Recon would be intelligence.
Intelligence indeed. Okay, as you peek over the wall in a quick succession a few times from between different spots, not to be in the same location, you gather that there is a grand total of 3 people in those potholes trained at you. If the battle is going in any way any way you are able to foresee, their numbers will only grow as the time goes on, as less and less counter fire is being given by the human positions around the battlefield.
And there's 3 of them up ahead.
Yes.
Then we're gonna have to go around. I don't think you could survive this.
Malone, do you have a pistol or a small weapon? I think it might be better for you to take the rifle.
Yeah, okay. I reach back and I grab what would be a hand pistol, steel metal, ballistic, and gas powered. Probably around what we would consider a Glock 12 shots, center mass, make them count. Here you go.
Right. I'm assuming it's just pull the trigger and point and pull the trigger.
Aim, pull the trigger. Don't stop till you run out of bullets.
Oh, bullets! I've heard of these. We call them antiques.
Yeah. Landis. We've got to get past these 3 groups into that building there. We'll be able to hold off, and there's a couple of sections where we could reinforce ourselves and hold off for a little bit longer. Here's what we're going to do. I have 1 grenade left. On the count of 3, we're going to toss this. I'm going to give you cover and fire. Then you're going to give me cover and fire, and we're going to advance on the enemy, and we're going to wipe them out. We're not going to make sure they're dead. We're just going to get past them as quickly as we can.
Okay.
Can you manage that, Landis?
I'll do what I can.
All right. Take one quick look. Make sure that they're all bundled up. 3, 2, 1.
Okay. You throw the grenade. It flies over the obstacles, landing into the foxholes of the enemy. There's an explosion, and there is a small window for you to dash through as they recover from the shock. This is your time to make your move. What is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not like hopping through the window. I'm literally darting through like what remains of a doorway, holding my gun in with one hand, gun out, hobbling. If I'm seeing any shadows moving, I'm just taking the occasional pot shot, moving on to the next bit of cover. And as I get to it, I'm just crashing against it and just trying to breathe and try to remember I can still breathe and not think everything's on fire.
Yes, as you focus yourself, the pain alleviates a little. You look at the several shadows passing by, taking pot shots at them. And what is Malone's action?
Double fisting 2 rifles, the one on the left hand, one on the right hand, and I'm moving forward and just creating space, firing off a cover and fire arc, aiming at where they landed. Like, I'm assuming explosion happened. There might be a few days. If I see any movement or them popping out there, exposing themselves, I'm going to direct my fire there. I'm moving Landis. Now that he's into that doorway into the building, I'm crossing the street as quickly as I can the whole time, just firing out both barrels.
All right. As you do that, both of you realize that your shots are hitting the target way more accurate than they should be, considering the occasion. Every shot seems to find its mark. In a matter of seconds, the enemies are mowed down in front of you.
Oh, wow.
As the smoke of the grenade clears, you have a moment of respite. There is no fire in your immediate vicinity. All the explosions, they are muffled. They are still there, but they feel like they belong to another time, another place. And there is the voice that says, "Help me." As you turn to look, you see the same blonde woman with the what's the word, light brown jacket and the short skirt, the badge of the Psi Corps and the dark gloves, reaching out just to be consumed by a shadow. And you find yourselves sitting in a desk in a conference room. Across the table is Karen and her lawyer. Her face is smug. She knows she's winning. She knows she got it all. This is the grand argument. And next to Malone is his lawyer on his left, as he remembers, settling the case. On his right, Femi. No, that's not Femi. That's Landas.
What?
Landis, you're helping me with Karen. with my divorce.
Excuse me. We were not talking to your telepath. We are talking about the settlement. According to the articles we provided, you are to provide for the care of the child in perpetuity, as by the legislation of the Earth Alliance, and that should amount to 1,242 credits a month.
I got no problem with paying any amount of money, but I want to see Billy. I want the ability to see him whenever, on weekends, on days, on timeouts. The arrangement we have now, I never get to see him. She's got full custody. She's got the house. She's got the property, and I get alimony, and I don't even get to see Billy. That's just not fair.
Well, whether or not it is fair is not... It's not the purpose of this meeting. This meeting is to make sure you are well informed enough of your duties as the father of Karen's child. Now, well, and your child, obviously. However, as the agreement is, here are the papers. I expect them signed as soon as possible, though you may consult with your lawyer at your whim. Are there any questions other than the complaints about the legal troubles you disagree with the judge?
Femi, Landas, sorry. Take a look at this. See what...
I know I might not be human, but
Sir Malone, I am your lawyer. Why are you handing those to your telepath?
I'm sorry. I just got... Karen gets me so mad here.
Thank you. Thank you. Jeez. Oh, it's all up and up, and only way out of this is to, well, prove that it's not your child. I mean, unless you can do that, you're gonna have to be paying for Billy all the rest of your life, without being allowed to see him.
You humans do have DNA testing, surely?
Yeah, well, that's what you were here for. Was to
Wow.
make sure that...
Wow, since when had telepaths gotten so proud that they're calling themselves non-humans? Oh jeez. We should go back to the age where we had you in camps. That way you knew your place, snooping into our minds. Jeez. And for once, the two lawyers seem to agree on something. Even Karen is nodding, glaring at the telepath in this incredulous look like that thing is daring the call us.
I'm gonna do a deception here.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with, just to clarify my point as my duties here. I know I'm not meant to be scanning, but if anything was given away that I've picked up on that does have bearing on the potential legalities here, I am honor bound to report that. Am I correct?
Yes.
I do apologize. It's just when you were mentioning that it would have to be I was not doing any scan, but it's just when you said the only way for this to be null and void is for actual Malone to have proof that he wasn't the father, and there was just some sort of thought came across from the other table that we'd suggest that there's a hint that maybe there's doubt in Malone being the father.
Telepath speculation.
Bitch, and she's fucked every single man around. Everyone. But I know Billy's
Oi!
nice. Look at his eyes. He is mine.
Yes.
You calling
Fine.
me a harlot in front of
I'll
all
tell you
these
what.
people? This is why I want that divorce.
Fine, I'll tell you what. If this piece of paper says that boy is mine and I just got to pay for it, there. Take your damn divorce.
That was easier than I
You
thought.
be quiet. That is my boy.
As the two, the lawyer and the ex-wife stand up, they do not bow, but the lawyer almost does out of sheer respect. But Karen, with her smug face, walks out, taking Billy and escorting him out from the room, leaving you three. Well, the lawyer also looks at you and says, I suppose that's then. I'll send you my bill. If there's anything else, you know where to find me.
Yeah, thanks.
Do you want me to deal with the telepath's compensation, or do you want to do that yourself?
We'll deal with that later. I just want to go somewhere and, I don't know, get a drink or something.
Alright. Take care, buddy. He pats Noah on the shoulder and walks out of the room, leaving Landas and Noah alone in the room. Small room seeming a lot more spacious now that everyone has left.
I guess that's that.
No, there was something there. I don't know what. You know, I'm not a telepath, but there's something off with that. Even I could tell. I don't know humans that lot, and even I could tell there was something wrong with what was going on in this room.
Yeah, well, I don't know, these last couple of years. I mean, Karen's never really forgiven me for what happened to her brother. It's like she's going out of her way to make my life a living hell. I'm actually kind of relieved that this is all over.
But if he is your kid, a child should know his father.
You know what? He's not going to be a kid forever. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save up all my money. I'm going to do everything I can to see him. And I'm sure there'll be time around. I'll get a chance to spend time with him. For the time being, I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that boy has whatever he needs. Besides, I could raise up some money. Who knows, here in maybe 3, 4, 5 years, I'll have him when he's old enough. I'll be able to give him a good start or something. Or who knows, maybe I'll just buy a ship.
And
We'll see how things go.
At that very moment, you hear a scream from the hallway outside. That's Karen, screaming for her life.
Oh shit!
It's definitely a shriek of terror. Then you hear the trademark sound of a PPG blasting.
I mean,
You never killed your wife. Your wife is still alive from everything you ever told me.
yeah.
What?
Obviously something's happening right now, right?
Yep.
I get up, I run towards the door, and I open it, and I have no weapons on me, so I just get into a defensive position. And what's going on? What's wrong? Karen, Billy, are you okay? Karen, talk to me.
As you're looking outside, you see the corridor. You see Karen, you see Billy, you see the two lawyers. All of them are on the floor, bleeding. you also see in one of their hands a gun that has been clearly fired. It's still smoking. But he was not the one who killed them. Who killed them stands further apart. A strange dark shadow. It has more legs than you can count. Its eyes gleaming red as it turns to look towards you. You are not certain which way it was headed until those two eyes. No, not two eyes. Countless of eyes forming two areas of eyes. Just giving you the resemblance of human eyes. But they are clearly none of those. You are holding a gun though. You weren't a moment ago, but now you are. And that thing, it's coming closer. Its feet are moving. Several feet clashing onto the ground, but making no sound. Charging at you.
I'm gonna let you. Do I actually hear? Because I'm still in the room. I'm like gonna stand by. Do I actually hear this thing actually approaching at all?
No, there's no sound at all. It's an eerie silence. Only thing is what Malone sees. You can't even hear the screams anymore. It's all quiet.
What's happening?
My eyes are just focused on this evil, black thing of death coming towards me. Weapon in hand, I don't even question where it came from. I just slow it down, aim center mass like I was taught, and just pull that trigger over and over and over and over and over.
Malone, I think you need to stop it.
And as Malone is shooting, Landas is trying to stop him. Landas finally sees the thing coming closer. The several shots of the gun ricocheting off the armor plating or whatever that shadow has. As it comes closer, its claw extending upwards and slashing.
Grabbing Malone and I'm literally pulling him, trying to pull him back into the room.
And the claw comes down, striking the door frame where Malone had, in front of which Malone had been standing just a moment before. The claw hitting against it. There is only a small as the claw hits, shredding apart the wall, and the thing detaches it from the doorway, turning to look towards you. To slowly, carefully, like it has all the time in the world, now that you are trapped in a single room with no way out.
Click, click, click.
I'm literally trying to overturn this table.
See how you handle this.
Yeah. The table is easy enough to overturn. It's not solidly attached to anything. It gives you a small barrier there.
Is there anything?
What is that thing?
I don't know. But you've shot that gun at it, and it's just shredded off.
We gotta get past it. We gotta get back over there and make sure that Karen and Billy are alright. And we gotta kill this thing. Give me some ideas. What do we have to work with here? I'm gonna peek over the barricade again and assess the situation, where in position he's at. Give me some more info, please.
Alright. The thing clearly has a head, as the eyes are on top of a shape that is a bit ovalish in nature. It has a frame, sort of humanoidish, lean but clearly alien. And it has two arms with claws on them, and more legs than you are able to assess, as its dark shape does not seem entirely solid, phasing in and out, creating the probably more than a few illusions of legs that are or are not at the same time. As it slowly walks towards you without making a sound on with its steps. Suddenly, it stops, turning to look towards one way, towards the other, then around, and it seems right in pain. And maybe isn't well, it fights in pain and descends into a cocoon, not cocoon, in a fetal position on the ground, seemingly shaking in pain, and you only see a small black glove from the outside, from behind the doorway, when suddenly you are blasted with noise, and as you regain your bearings, you are in a racetrack, inside an audience, in middle of a race. There is cheering going all around you.
Amazing.
As the alien beasts run across what would be a derby track, but instead these are some creatures. You remember them as wool, but to describe, they are similar enough to horses, except with manes like a lion.
Yeah.
And they are carnivores like lions, but been used as mounts by the Benzini for long enough. And as you are in the racetrack, you remember being present once. And as you look to your side to find Wesley, you find Landas sitting in his spot.
I've heard of these races, yes. I thought it would take a while to get here, but I've never been here before.
Look down and I have a handful of tickets, all for one of these beasts, and it says you got 10-1 odds on Running Star. If Running Star comes in first, we are rich, Landis. We are rich. We'll be able to retire early, buy whatever ship we want, go wherever we want, travel anywhere.
What year is it by any chance?
20. Oh, I'm looking that up.
2249.
Yeah, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I kind of follow the races, and you said Running Star.
Running Star, yeah. Another Centauri told me this was going to be the #1 winner.
Oh crap! If it's the race I'm thinking it is, I can't watch.
Don't worry, buddy. We pulled our money together. This is going to win. This is going to be good. You just got to believe. You just come on.
I think I need to.
Running Star. Let's go. Come on.
And as you're looking at the race, the crowd is going wild. They're cheering on the first 3 horses. As the race comes close, it is a tie between 2 racers, the Running Star and the Wild Phoenix. The 2 are neck on neck, heading towards the finish line, when suddenly the Wild Phoenix stumbles and Running Star goes through as first, giving you the pot of 32 million credits and some. You have just won the biggest bet you ever made at the odds of 32.5 to 1. Your 1 million credits that you managed to pool, loan and gamble away just made you The richest man you know.
Landis, we did it. This is great. We did it. We did it. We're rich. We're rich. We're so rich. Oh my God.
Noah. I don't think this is real.
But I'm rich.
I wasn't here. Wesley told me about this. I was never here.
That's right. You were Wesley.
Yes, Wesley told me about this. He mentioned because when we and Wesley met and we were talking about, we were surprised that we both knew you. And he told me about this crazy story that you had gathered everything you had and blew it all in this race.
We lost though, but now we won. These tickets.
And I wasn't at your divorce proceedings. I know Femi was there. I remember you told me one day that after we met up again, that how he helped you, because we were talking about how we were surprised how we both knew Femi.
Landis, what's going on?
I don't know.
I don't understand what's happening around here.
But all these memories are tied to you somehow. Not to me, because I don't. Hell, I should still be on a Centauri battle cruiser, answering Admiral Murray's beck and call as his personal shuttle pilot.
This is nothing seems right. We were at the Battle of Sandaloon. Then we were at the divorce proceedings, and then that monster.
I was never at Sandaloon. I remember you telling me about it, but didn't you tell me that was a success?
Yeah. And now we didn't. We won, but we didn't win, you know? So where am I? Are these people real? And I'm going to look around and try to really carefully look at my surroundings, the people, looking for details of, I don't know, now that I know to look at reality versus not reality.
Okay. Toss me a recon.
Yeah. I don't know what to look at because I wasn't here. I'm only picking up on the one or two things that I know of from other interactions where people told me about these stories there. So I'm going, you have to pick out. I do not know what I'm looking for.
Yeah, you may also roll reroll, but recon, but you get the bane of it.
Recon.
Recall.
I understand. I thought you said recall.
Yeah, sorry.
Total recall.
Yes, that's literally what went through my brain right there. Yeah, total recall. I'm like, wait, what? Anyways, 14 with a bane.
No, you don't get that. Landas gets the bane.
Oh.
Yeah, have I got recon? No, I don't.
So you roll intellect check with -3.
Right. Intellect check minus. So that should just automatically roll as a -3 on the roll 20.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It was one.
Noah, as he looks around, he is quite certain that this is a close approximation. Yes. But as you look too deep, there seem to be details missing. Like if somebody's holding a ticket, you know he's holding a ticket, but there's no print on it. Just smudges. Like such things, they stand out. Like this is a elaborate illusion, but some details are missing. Like At some point you try to gaze upon like what color hair that guy has, and he has a hat, but there's no hair underneath. It's like, okay, that seems weird. There are bald people, yes, but these small details are adding up. And to top that cake off, one of the people in attendance is a blonde-haired person in a light brown jacket with a badge of a psycho on her chest, and a pair of black gloves on her hands.
I'm assuming I haven't seen her at the moment.
Yeah, you don't remember her. You actually, yes, you do. You remember her from the grand hall, the entrance, from the speech.
Mm.
Yeah,
You
Landas.
both notice her. Yes, that's one of the details that Landas can actually look for.
Hold on. Her. What is she doing here?
And as you are asking that, she is indeed seeming to be holding her head between her hands and leaning against the banister at the edge of the racing track.
That isn't good. No.
She's the only thing that's been following us through. She was there at the ceremony. She was there at the divorce proceedings. She's here now. I think we should go talk to her and find out what's going on with her. What she got to do with all this.
Let me. We better be careful. I've heard stories about your telepaths there. I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna go up in the hope that the differences in my biology compared to humans means that if I was to potentially touch her there, I'm not. It's not going to have the same effects on me as it would on a human. There.
Well, roll me science, psychokinesis.
Something again I don't have.
If you have science at all, that would allow you to roll it with a 0.
I don't have science there, so what's it, intellect or
Education in this case, as it is
Ugh.
established knowledge instead of gaining new ones.
Okay.
So that is probably without the -3 though.
Mhm.
So yeah, no -3 in this code. So you have no clue.
Yeah.
Could even be that it's a stronger reaction.
I'm just taking the gamble here. I'm really.
Well, you
taking
are
the
on the
gamble.
racetrack.
Yeah.
The people are slowly moving towards the exits. Some more hurried than the others, but there is clearly room for you to maneuver towards the lady.
We're both
gonna-
go together.
I'm gonna gently put my hand on her shoulder and I'm going, I believe that I've seen you before from somewhere.
Oh, and as you do that, you notice that she's not holding her head as much as she's holding her mouth mouth in, and so her eyes seem to be filled with panic of sort. And
Are you okay? Can I help you in any way?
and as you ask that, there is a flash in both of your minds. There is this tightness, emptiness, nothingness, small narrow space, a momentary relief, but then again, fright, as a small shimmer of hope is extinguished, and something is thrown out of the surroundings, making what was empty a void. And as the flash ends, for a moment, there is darkness, but then there is light. You are inside the shuttle. Landas has never been there before, but this is the shuttle where Noah died. Oh, that's what Noah remembers. You are looking at the three Narns who are shooting at Noah with their weapons raised, plasma flying out, hitting the brave, foolhardy warrior on the chest several times. Except that there's two Noahs in this room, one who is standing nearby and one who is being shot. The other one seems unfazed, unnoticed. There is an eerie silence to it. There's no sound to the blasts. There is no there is no impact in the air. It's like a mirage happening nearby.
Landis, that's me right there getting shot. How did I get myself into this situation?
There's a Wesley nearby, crouching behind a crate.
I guess when I'm looking around, I just start to realize that this is us.
Yeah, this is now.
Landis, you remember how we said we were gonna go drop off your friend, your brother-in-law?
Yeah.
We took a little side detour, and we captured the ship. And that's all I remember.
My last memory was a blue bolt and me trying to distract fear. What did you guys fire?
Well, I don't remember anything past this point.
And
that's
indeed,
me right there being falling down.
And as Malone falls down, there is darkness once more as the vision ends, and you find yourselves in yet another location. This time, it is a desk, a fancy desk. It says Colonel Malone on it. The surroundings feel lighter than they should. There is some medals on a shelf nearby. There is a uniform in a glass case. There is a view of a city in a dome and a red planet behind it.
I'm guessing I'm also here for the ride as always. And it's like I'm looking, I'm going, right. What the hell am I doing on Mars? I believe this is Mars.
Yeah. We're skipping through different. I mean, I think what's going on that I'm flashing back through all the memories of my life because I'm dead. And you're dead too. You're here with me.
Can I just say, if you bring me on the ride, you're not a good friend. See, I believe in my afterlife being surrounded by beautiful Centauri women, and there is no beautiful Centauri woman.
Yeah. Me. The only woman that I've seen here is that blonde Psycorps person.
There's a knock
Yes.
on your door.
Jesus. I couldn't figure out where that was coming from. I'm an idiot.
That reaction is perfect for this situation.
Come in. Who is it? Is there anybody
Sir.
there?
It's Lieutenant Jenkins. There's a report. Urgent one.
Yeah, come on in.
And as the door opens, there is Lieutenant Jenkins. He was your secretary, your adjutant in this job for the short time you held it. He comes in, sir, there's something weird going on in Syria Planum. Weird activity. The radar is pretty much dead in that region. There was some odd blips on it before it just stopped. We're suspecting someone's using a jamming device in that region. Should we send someone to investigate?
You send somebody already to investigate, or is that the next plan of action that you recommend?
I am here to ask for your orders, sir. I need
All
to
right.
sign off on the active commander in duty. Of course, that is the procedure is to send someone to check.
Was there any ships before the radar went down? Any sort of strange activity?
Yes, sir. There were odd blips on the radar. We were unable to identify them before the radar went dead. We were just about to send a staff here to investigate, but before that, we thought you should know.
You know, can you determine if the systems are being jammed? From this, the sensors are being jammed, or are they just offline at the moment?
The technicians are suspecting jamming. This is why we are bringing it to you instead of sending technicians.
Yeah. Well, I'm afraid that we might be under another sort of attack. I want defenses at the maximum. I want scout ships on the way. I want eyes in that location. I want to know what's going on. What do we have available to send?
Yes, sir. I do believe ESS Norfolk is in orbit. We can call on their support, but we also do have 6 fighters on standby and a troop transport ready to go in 5.
I want the Norfolk on standby. I want the fighters on recon mission ASAP, and I want the transports ready to load up. I don't want to take any chances. This is deep space. Some weird shit happens, and we're still under. I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about this. Is all.
Sir, this is Mars. This is like the closest we can get to a core colony. But yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll do as you say. But are you sure you want to arouse the press that there is some major activity going on?
No, that's why I want everybody on standby and just send these 4 fighters. I want a quick recon mission. I want reports back, and I want it all within the hour.
If anyone was to ask what's going on, just tell them it's a random training mission.
Yes. Should I listen to this civilian, sir?
Yeah. Landas, Jenkins.
Is this a cover?
He's an advisor. That's all.
I am a political attaché.
Since when has IPX and political attachés? I mean, you are wearing the IPX uniform.
That is my.
I'm sorry. I thought you were grey, but I have been mistaken, sir. I will take my leave.
Jenkins, I want to know what's going on within the next hour. I want hourly updates.
Yes, sir. Sending the wing right away. And as he leaves, you turn to look at Landas. You do indeed notice that he's wearing a strange outfit. It is a civilian Earth outfit with the name tag and security pass that says IPX Elias Gray.
Who are these IPX guys?
IPX. You know, I'm remembering some of this. IPS is a weapons division. I forget what is the I stands for.
IPX is Interplanetary Expeditions.
That's what it is.
They are responsible for a lot of the for some of the archaeology going on in Mars, actually.
This is great.
Now that you recall, it was Elias who was coming here to talk to you about Syria Planum, actually. How they wanted some. You don't remember the exact details, but it was something about getting some supplies over to Syria Planum when the report came in.
Here's what's gonna happen. Landas, Gray. I'm sorry, this is getting all confusing all over again. Landas, we're gonna have to go check out what's going on. I suspect what we're gonna find out is it's gonna be jammed and there's nothing gonna be happening there. I suspect what's gonna happen is that you and I are gonna have to go down to Serenum Planum and investigate ourselves. There's a research station there, a dig. I think that you came here to inform me of it, and we're gonna go check it out.
Well, what? Well, it's starting to become evident from these other incidents. They're not seeing me as who I am.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I nearly put my foot in it there. So, I'm needing you to. It's going to be a bit difficult if we have any more memories. I'm needing you to tell me who I'm meant to be playing.
I'm remembering so much more detail. We're in Mars. It's maybe. It's towards the end of my career.
Right, okay.
There's an exploration happening here in Mars at a dig site. Something's found. Something's very important there. Something secret. I remember that something fishy and I didn't like it. I went down there to investigate it, and you were there, but you're Gray. You're from IPX.
Right.
Something very, very important there. I can't remember the details, though. But I know we have to go.
Okay.
All right. Okay. We need to get this going.
I'm surprised I'm going to say this. I think it's going to be best for me to keep quiet as much as possible where I don't put my foot in my mouth because I do not know what's going on. For all we know, we could be. I do not want to be altering your history in any way possible and find out I've written myself out of the time stream. I do not know. I'm confused.
I don't think that's what's happening. I think that girl, that woman we keep seeing, Karen's got something to do with this. And every time we get near her, something happens. I don't know. But what I do know is this. I went down to investigate the dig site, and you were there. And I took a squad of Marines with me. Because it's not normal that the sensors go out and they're being jammed. And something happens there and I can't quite remember.
Right.
Jenkins.
Yes, sir.
I've changed my mind. I think what I want to do is I want to go on the recon mission myself. Prep the 4 fighters. Go into stealth mode. I want a small squad to go with me. Can you make that happen?
Yes, sir. The troop transport is ready to leave in 5, sir.
All right. Everything else, Try to keep this off of main communications. Try to keep this on the down low. We need to find out what's going on there first. This is under my jurisdiction, and I want to. It's fishy, and we're gonna find out what's gonna happen. Jenkins, meet me at the. We'll meet you at the transport bay. We're gonna have IPX with us on this one as well. Over.
Yes, sir. Over and up.
Landas, get geared up. We're going down there.
Okay.
Well, you do remember that you do have your personal gear in the ready room next door to your office.
You say Kia?
Here.
Gear. Well, yeah, there's IKEA. Two stops down the road too, if you want to go there.
Yeah, I need some Farbablagen.
IKEA, the best furniture on this side of the galaxy. This stream is sponsored by IKEA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish.
Oh, I know. We'll get our Farborg longer. We'll get our and we get our Sholos. I can't even make up funny words anymore.
Smørrebrød.
All right.
Anyway.
Our intent is to, if I remember correctly, what's gonna happen is we have to be down at that. We're gonna go investigate that. It's gonna be me, you, and a small squad of people.
Okay.
Geared up. Get to transport.
Okay.
What needs to happen after this? Let's see where this goes.
And no, do you mind if I just stay as far back as I can? Not my.
Oh no, buddy, you need some better armor than what you got.
Oh yeah, I know that. Can I bring something a bit heavier, like a armored vehicle of some kind?
No. We're gonna be indoors. This isn't one of those outdoor missions. We're gonna go in the research facility.
All right. Okay.
But we're gonna be taking this transports with us. That'll be nice and armored.
Okay. Can you direct me to the armorer?
Yeah. Here, I got all this gear for you. What do you need? We need a rifle. We need a vest pack.
So as you enter the ready room of the colonel, there is indeed a veritable armor in there on the shelves. There is more guns than you have seen in the Centauri cruiser crew armory, and there is even two what you would call battle suits of primitive but comprehensive design. In fact, you remember seeing one of those exact suits in Malone's quarters on the Jacaranda. There's two of them on the wall.
I'm just looking at some of the weaponry, and I pick up this heavy monster. I'm going, Malone. No offense, but I believe this belongs on a battleship, not for heavy infantry.
Oh no, buddy. You need somebody really big to carry. Big Bertha. This is what's called heavy weapons and makes a big bang. This is not for you. This is maybe more your size.
Malone, can you please promise that you never allowed the Gar near that thing?
Yeah, I reckon I could promise that.
Thank you. That means a lot to me.
You probably won't be using Big Bertha for this, but yeah, this'll do. Standard issue Marine Force PPG, the Orecon model, full auto. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but it'll do its job. Take a couple extra clips. We'll say we geared up for this.
Yeah.
We'll take our HVAC, combat HVACs, few grenades. Let's see where we go. We'll go from there. We'll go to the transport all nice and geared up and see where this adventure takes us.
All right. As you step outside of the room, you find yourself sitting in what appears to be an Earth Force transport. The back door is opening up, revealing the red landscape of Mars behind it. There is a group of soldiers nearby, and it just seems like you skipped ahead sometime, suddenly, by stepping through the door. And what you see is Syria Planum, just as you remember it. A big darn hole in the center, some tents nearby, some tents near it, and a trail circling the big hole like a mine. And in that big hole, there is a large black antenna poking out of the ground. And there is this shaking, reverberation of air that seems to be emanating from it. And what you see is also next to the ditch, looking down towards it, the same psionic woman, the telepath, with a hand over her mouth and her back towards you as you land. The door open ahead of you, and the soldiers marching out, running out of the out of the transport shuttle, securing the perimeter and going, "Sir, everything seems clear. No one here."
All right, stand by at the ready. I want the weapons on hot, and secure the perimeter. Forces out. We're gonna go in and we'll just stand by. Landis, you're with me. We're gonna find out.
One of the weird things you realize as you're looking is that she is not wearing anything to protect her from the environment.
My question is, I'm obviously seeing her. I'm assuming Malone's seeing her, but is everyone else just treating her like she's invisible? I'm assuming.
Well, she's a bit further away, but no one seems to be even pointing out that there is someone there. They just said that no one's here. It's all clear.
Landis, you and I are gonna go find out what's going on once and for all. Let's go talk to this woman.
You do realize she's on a planet that's not being terraformed or fully terraformed, where we need suits to survive.
Yeah, in fact, you are both wearing a full armor that has breathing units in it. It feels heavier than sin on top of it.
Yeah.
Every time we move, we go. We're almost like. It doesn't matter. Keep going.
You're wanting us to go to what appears to be a telepath that is able to survive in this atmosphere. I think you've got these entertainment things called horror films, and the rule seems to be don't go to the scary woman.
Yeah, but I've always been the one that goes right up to the scary woman. I know this doesn't make sense. Nothing about this makes sense. You shouldn't be here.
I know.
I've already been here, but things are different. That woman is definitely not supposed to be here, and she's definitely not supposed to be wearing that and surviving.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, if there's a problem, I like to take the direct approach, go straight at it. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to go up there, we're going to improvise, we're going to adapt, and we're going to overcome. Are you with me or not, Landis? Come on. Are you with me or not?
Fine. Fine. There's nothing else you seem to be the one that's driving this. I can't see any other way out. We have to find out what's going on.
Good. Then come on. Let's move over. Let's make our way over there towards her.
Alright, as you do make your way closer, the movement becomes easier with each step as you acclimate to the rigors of the armor. And as you come near, she seems to be staring down at the big antenna on the ground there. There is some forgotten, discarded tools there. Vehicles down in a pit nearby. Dig clearly around it. But the antenna is a part of something greater. It's not poking upwards, it's poking sideways. Sort of like a little arch above and then sideways. It's been dug out. There is still remains of a trench near it where it's been discovered. And as you come near, she takes the hand off of her mouth and says, "It took me a while to find a place where it can't run free. It's tied now, and we can talk."
Who are you?
I am dead. Well, I'm soon dead. Ever since he decided not to save me, there was nothing for me to do except escape. But he came with me.
What are you talking about? I don't even know what's going on.
And I shouldn't be here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is right. He should not be here. He is an anomaly.
Yes, my point exactly.
I did not anticipate this at all. It was supposed to be you and me. Well, it as well, but that's because it forced its way with me.
Lady, you're not making any sense. I need you to start talking English. English, do you speak it? Make sense. Who are you? What are you doing here? What are we doing here? Please help us out.
I knew smaller words for me. English is a second language for myself.
Yes. This is your memory. Most of it is. It's hard to explain to you normals, but my body is dead, and I am in your memories now, and so is that thing. And she nods towards the antenna in the ground.
Is that evil black monstrous thing with the red eyes?
Yes, that thing. It's it's taking me some concentration to keep it there. I am not sure how long I am going to survive in here.
What?
What can we help out with? If you're dead, how is this possible? What is that thing? How do I get back? How do I wake up?
As like Malone's like kind of talking there, I'm actually just staring more and more at this monstrosity in the pit, trying to actually get a gauge of how big it is.
Yeah, as you're staring down, it is a small. At first it seems small and narrow antenna, but then you realize the ditch size. The hole on the ground, it's hundreds of meters wide, and this is a third of the whole. The antenna taking a whole third of it in width.
Great maker.
And it's and the longer you stare at it, the deeper it seems. It's black, moving ever so slightly at the edge of your understanding. And what noise it's making, it's feeling louder. It doesn't sound louder, it just feels louder with each passing second as you focus on it. And that is the point when suddenly you feel a snap of leathery glove on your face. Don't. The more you focus on it, the more power you give it. Now, I'm not sure about you though. Maybe you don't affect. You're an outlier. Maybe you are also the key. I don't know. I don't even know how you are here. He's here because it's his buddy, but...
Can I point out on my world that is an insult that would be answered with me challenging you to a duel?
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Kill me again.
Landis, this isn't the time or place. That thing in that black thing with the red eyes. I'm not scared of much, but that thing gives me the willies.
And
you, I still don't have a name from you, nor a way to how to get out of here.
I think we need to defeat it, to kill it, in this, in the memories. We need to vanquish it. It's
oh yeah.
If we can do that, I think it will no longer be present, no longer a threat. As long as it remains, it can take over. Luckily, though, it can't. Not while you are so weak. She looks at Malone. Malone, like, as brave as your charge was, by being able to be shot down so quickly, you did give me a chance for an escape. Unfortunately, he is stronger than I am. Oh, it, actually. It seems masculine though, but what remains of it is, I don't know. I just...
Let me get this straight. We invaded this shuttle. I'm assuming that somehow you're part of this shuttle. I get hit really hard. I think I'm dead. But I'm not. And somehow you took that opportunity to, I don't know, stop space, time, or my mind, and this thing is in here with us in my mind. And Landis too?
Yes. Simply put. It's not as simple as that, but it's close enough.
You can't be dead though.
No, he's not dead yet, just unconscious.
But neither could you, madam.
Oh no.
You have to be alive somehow.
Only
Yeah.
as memories. My corpse has already gone beyond. I am beyond saving. The only thing that remains of me is what is inside this jar head.
All right. Well, it seems to me like we know the solution then. We're going to kill this thing, and we're going to get out of this nightmare. Landis, you with me?
Oh, I think I've got no other choice.
And lady, what do we call you?
Call me Talia.
Talia.
Talia, with a T.
Very well, Talia. Do you know who we are?
Yes, you've mentioned your names quite often. You are Noah, and he is large as.
Close enough. It's Landas.
Yes, I am aware, but I prefer mine.
Okay.
He
Then I
does
start looking
have
at this big.
an intriguing mind, very inquisitive and cowardly. Right.
What some people call cowardice, I call prudence.
Yes, I'm sure you do. However,
Why I'm still alive.
I will try and focus on keeping it from using all of its power, which is more than I can say to be able to do for long. As I said, this is one of the few places where I am able to keep it in one place. One of the memories. It has something to do with that thing. There is a connection between the two. I just don't know what. Maybe you need to destroy that, or then it will set it free. I don't know. I can't.
We're gonna figure this out. We got a mysterious black hole with an antenna coming out of it, and a monster with black skin and red eyes is like the devil. And all I know is that if we could make it bleed, we can kill it.
Noah,
Yeah.
from your memory, there was a ship above us.
What originally happened, now that I remember it? Gray, you, IPX. I wasn't supposed to be snooping around here, but I was. And he did not like it. And I saw him do something I can't quite remember. But this isn't the first time that I've been left for dead, because he turned around and just wiped out me and my crew, my squad, me and the 5 others. I was the only one left alive, and it was days before somebody came looking for me. This does not turn out well, and I don't remember any of the details. But right now, I know one thing for absolute certainty, is that I want to wake up, and I know that the way to do it is to defeat that thing. And that's what I'm going to do.
All I can tell is I don't think it's just an antenna. I think there's something more there. And it feels like it wants to get out. And I don't think it should never be released. Burn it with fire. You have a ship above us. Nuke it, or whatever you've got. If you've got mass drivers, pummel that thing into the ground when it has no chance defending itself.
That sounds good. Jenkins, this is Malone. Do you copy? Over.
You do remember one thing. You are being jammed. Your message is not getting through.
Jenkins? Shit. I think we're on our own here. But on the transport ship, we got a little bit of explosives. Here's what we're gonna.
This is a mining operation that they had to be executed, and I don't think they would have been just solely relying on diggers. They would use explosives themselves.
Yeah, that's not the problem. Here's what I'm suggesting. I like what you're thinking. Here's what I'm suggesting.
Okay.
We go into this hole.
Uh-huh.
We set it up to rig to explode and collapse behind us. We take care of driving this thing deep down and trapping them.
Small point.
Sure.
It is an
'Cause
open
this is
excavation. It's a hole on the ground.
round.
It's a round hole. It's
More like a
not
crater.
mine. It's a crater. Yeah.
Think open cast mining, mate.
Yeah,
Would be
that's the thing.
So in my mind, I am imagining that this is where we have to go. That this thing, this monstrosity, this glitch is here. It's too important. I mean, that's where my brain is going. Get into the hole, defeat this thing, and or close this hole permanently.
Close it or try and burn out is the way I'm thinking. Try and burn out or damage whatever's in there. You know.
Help me out here, Woost.
Yep. You have options. Definitely, you could try and overcome the jamming somehow. Get a direct communication link with someone. Or send the shuttle back to communicate. You could indeed rig explosives that try to blow the thing up down there. Get all the explosives you can, but there is the point that this is an archaeological dig, not a mining dig.
Yeah.
So it's probably not gonna be filled with explosives. What you have is what you had with you, but you were sufficiently prepared for a thing, for a combat. So you brought some, but not enough to blow up a battleship, sort of. Other than that,
we also had escort fighters, didn't we?
You did summon 4 fighters. They should be sufficiently nearby, but as they are in the jamming distance, but you could just get outside of the jamming range and get into the nitty-gritty of calling them in.
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking most of the explosives are on the transport ship that brought us.
Yep.
Which is by Jenkins and the rest of the squad over there.
Yeah, they're not far. That's like some distance away. You can just go to them and say, "Hey, go get us some backup."
I like that. I like that a lot. I think this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna offload whatever weapon we have from the transport. We're gonna see about the jam. No, let's just investigate this jamming signal. We're gonna have to send Jenkins off to get some more reinforcements. But no matter what, we can get whatever heavy weaponry and explosives off of the shuttle to aid us. And we're gonna have to somehow bring this creature out to us, or we're gonna have to go after it. All right, Landas.
There is one other option.
Go for it.
Talia says, as she's, you can fight it here, or you can fight it when it was weaker. But over there, I can't help you. It's back in the research lab. When it got into my mind, I was unable to act, but it would not hinder you. It would be my memory. It's yes, it would be free to do as it pleases, but it would not also be as strong as it is here. It's also bound by some of the memory.
You telling me, Talia, that if we go battle it in your memory, it's gonna be weaker?
But for here, it's going to have its own advantages there, as it's a small closed space. But here it's I don't know. It feels bigger somehow. It is up to
Yeah.
you. You can try fight it here.
I know this area really well. Landas, you and I are loaded up for bear. Sun Tzu says always attack an enemy where it's weakest. But when the enemy is stronger, the element of surprise can more than often turn the tide. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to set up a surprise for him. And then we're going to overwhelm him.
Also, I believe, as you said, you know the terrain.
Yeah.
We know the advantages that we have here. We have got ships, we have got men that can help us. Whereas if we go to where it's weaker, we do not know the terrain. We do not know what allies or actual allies it has and allies that we would have. We do not know what our limitations or capabilities would be. Going into a battle in that situation would be unadvisable. I believe your son Sue said, know yourself but not your enemy. You win 50% of the time. Know yourself and the enemy and win 100% of the time.
Well, close enough, but yeah.
As you know, English and
It's lost in translation, I get it.
Yeah, it does.
Well, we're decided then.
I'd rather pick the 50% than not go into the 0% one.
Yeah. All right, so Talia, Landis, here's the plan. We're gonna rendezvous with Jenkins. We're gonna offload a couple of explosives, set up a few firing arcs, get in a position already. We're gonna make this thing come to us. And then once the trap is set, boom, we take care of it and get out of here. And I'm sure somewhere along the line we'll have to improvise, but that's what we're best at. All right, and with that, I think we're gonna head over to Jenkins and set up for the guys
Yeah.
position-wise to help out, offload.
When you turn, you hear on the radio, like, sir, can you hear me? Sir.
Yeah. Come in. Copy. I copy you.
Yeah,
Loud and clear.
I managed to set up the direct laser radio service. So as long as we stay inside, we can talk over the radio as much as we want, sir. So what is the status?
The status is we get a big bad wolf over here, and we need to take care of it. I need 5 of your best men. I need full weaponries. I need all advanced armor, and I need you to offload as many of the explosives as you can. Bring them over to us where we're at, and we'll set up a trap for this thing. I'll give you extra details when you come in.
Yes, sir. Proceeding to land immediately. And you see on the sky as the transport ship veers towards your direction, begins its landing procedure, making its way down towards you. There's also the fighter wing of 4 fighters nearby that are doing the escort, almost hovering in the air. But considering these are fighters that are not intended for atmospheric flight, but are able to do it because this Mars in the atmosphere is barely present, they are clumsy but able to maneuver somewhat efficiently.
What about ground transport? Did Jenkins come with any of the one or two?
The
ground forces.
Ground forces, yeah. The transport ship has the ground forces in it. There is the squadron you ordered to come with you, but you didn't give him orders to go get more. He's just landing with what he has.
Yeah. I'm thinking that 5 squad members, Landis, Talia, and I, might be able to take this out. But what's your recommendation, Roost?
I'm signing out. I'm giving you all the information about the enemy.
That's what I figured you'd say.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm giving you options. I'm not giving you recommendations.
Yeah.
That's quite all right. I love it. All right.
Uh,
So, let's see. Time wise, and all right. I'm good with having and Landis, you could chime in on this too, but 5 squad members spread out. You and I in the front, and we're gonna have to. I'm figuring we're gonna have to figure out how to lure this thing out, or
Yeah.
come up to it at one point.
I'm thinking if it's hiding, there's nothing at the moment that's forcing it to come out to us. But the one thing I do know that does bring a lot of people out to face someone is when something of there goes bang. There.
Well, we are in an archaeological site, so we got to be careful about not destroying too much stuff.
Well, I'm just thinking the explosive close enough to the ship might draw it out. And I always believe in the higher ground.
Yeah.
So
Talia, on that note, Talia, where's he at right now? How can we bring him out towards us? You seem to be the most knowledgeable about this thing.
Oh, it's the black thing inside. I don't know what it is. All I know is it's that, and that is it. It's not the same. It's inside it. A part of it. But
So-
it's different, but it's the same. Like 2 different bananas, or like a big pile of bananas and a small one. Yep. You know,
Are you trying to say they're connected to something?
they are connected by something. It's weird. It gives me the same impression as an
Hold
apple
on.
tree and an apple, or a tiger and a kitten.
You're saying it felt stronger here
Yes.
because, just out of curiosity, when you attacked it at the corridor, when that was attacking us, did it feel weaker there?
Yeah, I shot it a bunch.
Yes, the shots, they had an effect. While it seemed like they didn't, they did. Also, yes, it was weaker there. It definitely was weaker. It's also in here. It is bound to that place.
Probably that
It can't
antenna.
move. Yeah, probably that. It has the same essence. It cannot move from that. I know that much. That's why I chose this place. This memory.
What armaments do your Star Furies have?
Standard issue blaster rifle, PPGs, more than a few
These
grenades, plus
the Star Furies are the fighters. They have unidirectional pulse cannons and missile racks.
Fire a couple of the missiles. Hit that thing.
we don't want to destroy the crater itself, right? Is this antenna part of this natural formation that seems to be coming out?
That's not natural.
Yeah, the thing around it is red dirt, or the ground of the Mars. There is nothing except the ground and the antenna. The antenna is jet black, deep, moving colors, shades of black, and it's like a sore thumb in the middle of the crater, just
Got
sticking
it.
out.
Landis, how about this? I like your idea of blowing it up. How about we just put a couple explosives around it, get ready to set it off, do a countdown, and we'll have our range stationed around, ready to come out see what happens after we blow it up, and get ready to engage the enemy.
That's all we can do.
You heard it, Jenkins. Get your troops ready. Load me up some explosive ordnance around the antenna. I want you to do what you can and bring it down. Be ready in 5 minutes, and then we'll
Yes, sir.
hit go, blow it up, get ready to shoot whatever comes at us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. On my way. And indeed, he doles out explosives to the guys. They're picking up the heaviest things they can find in the ship. They weren't prepared to fight anything heavier than a few humans and possibly a couple of vehicles. But your main firepower was always in the fighter escort. They were supposed to deal with any vehicles. So,
yeah, but I'm assuming we have some C4, maybe some micro nukes, a couple grenades that we can put on there.
No nukes. Nukes require a bit higher clearance to be used. So you don't have access to those, but you do
micro
have
nukes.
Not even those.
But even those. I got you.
But
Probably not the best idea to set one off here.
Okay, but you
Malone
have
likes big explosions. Oh yeah.
you have a total of 5 doses of plastic explosive.
Sure.
Those are just standard issue breaching kit in case you need to breach into something.
Sure.
It's not anything big, but yeah. And then you have the military rifles with the auto fire ability, as well as a single rocket launcher, just in case you need to take down a tank.
All right.
On top of that, you have the fighter escorts.
Yeah. I think we got this. I think we're loaded for bear. I think let's do this.
And about 3 hand grenades per guy.
All right. So, I'm assuming we're going to prep here for battle.
Yeah.
Yep. So
I've got all my stuff ready to go.
as we are prepping for the battle, this seems to be a prudent point for our brave heroes to take a break and a little intermission to get some drinks and be ready for the combat. Sound about right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll take a 5 and be back soon
Yep.
for the actual showdown.
Us versus the black thing. I like it.
Yep.
Mic having thrown out. That's interesting. It takes a while before this through. Yeah, it works now. Okay. So the hotfix works. Alright, so you are getting into positions, your soldiers getting ready, finding cover behind rocks, barriers, vehicles left behind by the excavation crew, who seem awfully missing. Talia, on the other hand, seems to stand still on the very ledge you found her on, not having moved more than her hand and her mouth since you arrived. There is the slight breeze of Mars, but it doesn't seem to affect her at all. The fighter crews are informed by the tight beam transmissions of their orders, and they are ready and waiting for the colonel's orders on how to proceed. I assume you both are also seeking cover behind some solid obstacles?
Yeah. This is definitely, since we have time to set up, we are going to find rocks, covers, impromptu formations, tripods setting up, all aiming at this thing. We're going to have a countdown going for the explosion. We're going to have ships on the standby. But definitely we are in cover, preparing.
Fair enough. Alright. You're free to do as you please. It's your initiative. The thing is trapped. It cannot begin.
Alright. Step number 1. We're going to set up the explosive charge. We're going to react after that. Preparations. Give me a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And the explosives go boom. There's a loud noise as the light fills the air. The vibrations of the ground reaching even your sanctuaries behind the solid formations. That is clearly a big boom. Even Talia's hair flows back a bit as she stands on the precipice. Her shoulder-length hair, revealing a small smile as she sees the explosion.
Oh,
Though,
yeah.
As the smile appears, it as quickly seems to die, as from the ashes, from the smoke, raises an antenna upwards in the sky, and another, and another, and another, like a great big spider from the smoke. It's
Whoops.
so, spanning 100 meters from stern to bow, or port to starboard, from edge to edge, the wide creature floating in the air, attracting the attention of the local fighters, who opened fire with everything they have, rockets flying out of the sky, pulse cannons spewing energy at it, the barrage of many explosions littering the surface of this dark creature as it attempts to climb higher. It spits out a line of purple energy that digs through the ground, making a wedge into it as it darts up towards one of the fighters, splitting it in half immediately, the two halves spinning side by side as the explosions seem to make the thing scream. You can literally hear it in your ears and in your bellies directly, the scream of the creature as it's in agony. But its agony also in itself terrifying to you. But regardless, it still lives as the rockets pepper its surface. How do you react?
Well, open fire, and we're just gonna take laser shots. Blaster shots at the blaster shots. Maybe not yet on the bazooka, rocket propelled grenade, but just blaster fire. We're gonna open up with all full salvo.
Open rifle fire, and all the soldiers follow the order. Some more hesitantly than others, but each of them contributing to their marine training, doing as ordered. Assume.
Focus on it, and only it.
Assuming you manage your leadership role.
Mm-hmm. Let's do that now. I've got it prepped and everything. Let's see now. We got this leadership role ready to go. Now on this one, social strength. What do we got?
You can use social or you can use intellect. As you either pull your rank or you pull your brains.
I think it's the same. So let's do that. Boom. Oof, not the best.
That is not the best. There is hesitation among the crew, and the two that are closest to the laser beam spat out by the spider cover behind their rocks, holding their rifles like that would save them from its wrath. The great hole between them, a gape reminding them of the terrifying power of the creature. As you fire on the enemy, it's not a matter of hitting. It's close enough. Your rifles can barely miss it from this range. It is only the matter of whether or not you have the guts to pull the trigger. And as the barrage continues, another fighter goes down from its range, and it blows up. Its parts crashing down on the ground. One of the wings of the X-winged fighters hits Talia from behind. Oof. Actually hits her, and she opens her eyes. She was not expecting that, and she falls down the edge towards the bottom of the steep cliff with the piece of the hot engine on her back. And that is when the great big creature stops and spits once more. But this time it's black, it's round, and it's slower. As it lands on the ground near you, it clambers up on its many legs, its head popping up as the formations of million eyes blink red and turn towards the two of you.
Oh shit. All right.
I'll be popping in a new clip there.
On the good news though, the big spider-like thing continues to fall from that moment downwards, crashing down into the mine or the excavation, causing the ground to jump underneath your feet from its sheer weight as it uncontrollably smashes on the surface, making its many antennae point in various directions.
I'm just gonna go to Malone and go, well, I think you go left, I go right, we flank this thing.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Give us some cover and fire, and we'll split off. Do exactly that, flank and cross connect, and shoot at it from opposite angles. Now, are we shooting down? If we were to want to hit this thing, are we hitting downward into the giant crater?
Are you shooting the thing with the eyes, or the thing that fell into the crater?
Oh no, we're shooting at the bug guy.
Yeah, the bug guy is on your level.
Oh, it's on our level, right? That's okay.
Yeah. Well,
good.
Depends on what levels we're talking about, but let's not get into that conversation yet.
Yeah. This is all shared imagination thing. I'm imagining there's a hole, the ship antenna thing went into it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it stayed on top and at ground level, even with us, and that's what we're flanking.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Let's wizard this thing through. Time for you to roll me initiative. You may affect this initiative by rolling me tactics military beforehand, because you have been placing yourself in decent positions, so it's a military tactics roll to see if you get a bonus to this initiative.
That I can do. Boom. That's not bad.
That is no bonus.
And
that is exactly the target number, which gives you nothing.
Target.
I'm 8 also.
Yeah. Same check. No bonus there either.
How do I do the initiative again?
Actually, where's the initiative button in the combat?
Oh yeah.
Plus 2. So,
oh, there it is.
It was in skills, or is it? Oh, it's in the combat one, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
No modifier there.
No modifiers from the... Or unless you think you get them from somewhere else.
So I rolled a 7 on that.
Now I roll D5.
Right, you.
Friend or foe, HUD is on.
Yes, you are caught in a surprise when the thing actually moves. You were both celebrating the downing of the great threat, but the smaller one. It reacts faster than you could. Its legs spinning it into action as it dashes forward. It's choosing a target. Odds or evens?
Evens.
Even Steven. Even Steven it is.
Oh yeah.
It dashes through the distance, making it next to Malone, engaging the poor bastard in melee combat.
Awesome.
Its clawed arms moving at you. Do you choose to parry or dodge?
Yes, that is what I would like to do. Parry.
You parry. How much is your melee skill that you're using to parry with?
It is good. You mean like strength? Or
The skill rank.
skill rank? I don't know what that means.
You should have a skill rank of 0 or more in a skill.
Oh. I don't know. There was a melee skill.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Of course I do. Yeah. Here it is. It should be like a +1. I should be at a level 1.
Yeah. So that means it is 1 point harder for him to hit you. Congratulations. You managed to just in time put your rifle between its claw and yourself, and your rifle is cut summarily in half, but it is enough to deflect the blow.
Oof. Awesome.
Then again, rifle is useless in melee combat anyway. And that ends its turn. Next is Landas.
I'm not going to be comfortable shooting.
Shoot it.
I'm going to kind of move myself in a way where it is going to be blocking most of the shots, so there's no way if I miss, it's not going to be hitting Noah. That's my plan anyway. So I'm going to get up behind it and start shooting into its back. There.
Fair enough. Get a boon.
Okay, and it's going to be my gun combat.
Yes, indeed.
Will I be rolling on gun combat, or will I be rolling energy weapons?
Energy weapons.
Okay.
Humans' standard weapon is energy based.
Yep. So that's my
So
energy.
is I can't see it from my window, but is either of those dice 2 or less?
So my roll was a 7 there. Oh, right.
One's a 4 and one's a 1.
One's a 1. And
So
then
that is a total of 8, which is a hit. Because boon boosts that 1 into a 3, actually, so it's 9.
Yeah.
So you get a +1 to damage. And the rifle is 5d6 damage, so let me just roll it for you.
Yep.
3 plus 6 plus 2 equals 13 plus 1, 14. Now, my math may be off, but that's gonna be it. And yeah, the plasma bolt hits it hits it square in the side. Only small part of it ricocheting, but most of it sticking into its skin. There is this writhing pain in the backs of your skulls as it does.
Just die already.
Malone, you are in melee.
What would happen if I attempt? What are the benefits of me grappling him?
The grapple rules are simple. You are able to deal damage to it, throw it, or hold it down, making it unable to do anything but fight your grapple.
My tip is don't go for kissing it.
And how big is this in relationship to me, a human? Pretty big human, but still.
It is slightly larger. It has a wider stance. It has this. It's a head taller, but it seems skinnier than you.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, this is the younger version of me, bigger, buffer, badasser. I think I'm gonna, since my rifle. Well, since my rifle is kind of busted in half, would I still be able to use the buzzsaw function on it, or if not, I have a couple of my daggers.
Yes, you are.
All right. In that case, let's do that. Since we're locked up in melee combat, I'm gonna activate the bzzz laser saw at the end and just try to hack at it a lot.
Okay, fair enough. Give me a melee attack with a blade.
Yeah.
Well, it's a saw blade, so I suppose it's justified.
Yeah, I mean it's an attachment for it.
Yeah, I know.
How do I do this? There we go. There we go. Wow, 4d damage. Did I roll?
Yeah, you need to write 4d6 to the damage. The attack, however, does not connect. So it's irrelevant. So you may want to do the damage to be 4d6 plus your strength modifier, because you always had strength.
Oh, I see.
So either way, the saw blade buzzes through the air, attempting to hit the shadowy spider, but unfortunately it is far too nimble, far too dexterous to be caught by its horrible teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it is the turn of your faithful troopers, who for a moment there cheered at the impending victory, but soon noticed that their commander is in trouble. The closest ones of them point their guns into the melee and take a shot, missing and scoring a quite handsome hit, actually.
Ooh.
The other three moving into position, Jenkins as well, leading the charge, pondering between whether or not to use his rocket launcher or not with his boss in melee, but hey, it's an instant promotion. So that's a consideration there. Let's see what damage happens. 3. Alright. The creature takes another hit from a plasma bolt coming from the distance, making it screech in similar manner as when Landas managed to land a hit. And the turn goes back around. It is Landas's turn once more. No, the creature was before Landas.
Yes, it will.
Yes.
The creature's quick reflexes handing it another turn in office, as its claws move into action, both of them striking at the same time.
Yeah, and we're going to try to parry both of them again.
This time, One of them is parried with the buzzing saw, it's repelling the impending claw attack. But as the buzz saw is on the other side, the other claw is free to attack, and it takes its chance, plunging itself between the ribs.
Oh, that hurts.
Causing grand total of 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage. Now my armor is going to soak up 11 of that. Or is it 11 plus 11?
No, it soaks 11.
Just 11 total.
Yes.
Once it surpasses in this combat that we use, once it surpasses the initial protection, any other hits after that have no more protection, right?
No. You reduce the 11 points from any damage that it comes.
Okay.
If it reduces from some reason, then it's mentioned in the armor description.
Gotcha. Oh, no. I know what it's... In my brain, I thought that it was 2 attacks for a total of 18. No, it's 1 attack.
One attack.
At 18. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, that hurts tremendously.
Yeah.
I got this. All right. Boom.
Its blade feels oddly warm as it enters between the ribs. It's not steel.
Ooh.
But it's not the weapons you are used to taking. It's warm, sort of kind in comparison. But it pulls out as painfully as the others, if not more so, as the creature prepares to jab you once more. But before that, it is Landas.
I'm gonna drop to knee, aim the rifle, and basically I'm gonna try and aim. As I'm seeing it, like raise another arm to like bring it down. I'm actually gonna try and shoot around the shoulder, or what would approximate the shoulder there of this creature. And as I'm doing it, I'm going to be shouting at the soldiers, "Shoot at its limbs! Shoot at its limbs!"
All right. So I'm going to take it. You're going to try and give a bonus to next time it attacks Malone. So it will get a malus on its attack. For that, but roll me a leadership. Let's see how well they listen to civilians' orders.
And what would I be rolling this on today?
Leadership would be intellectual. Well, you can't use your social standing because it's not the same in this universe.
If it was Centauris, they would have obeyed without question.
Yes, indeed. At your slightest whim, you would have 1,000 soldiers here to fight this battle.
I would have 1,000 servants changing the light bulbs for me.
That too.
I don't think that's going to work as a 4.
Yes, the soldiers will keep on doing what they were doing, despite of your brilliant instructions. Before soldiers, it is Malone's turn to be in.
All right. I'm hurt. This thing's in front of me. My gun is busted, but I got my rifle. And hearing the commands of Landas is what I heard. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to try to cut off one of the dominant arms, or at least the claw portion of it, and try to buzzsaw it out. Zoom, with my battle rifle melee style.
Oh, the half of your battle rifle melee style.
Yeah. All right, so let's give this a second shot. All right, laser sound. So it's recommended to add the +1 to it for the math, and it's within. It's melee. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. You're using melee attacks, so you don't get penalties for using melee.
Ooh. I think that attack hits.
That is a grand total of +2 to your damage, and you still have not adjusted your damage dice.
No, I don't know why it's doing that like
You
that.
need to add the 6 behind the D, because the Roll20 does not understand the
Oh,
typing
duh, of course, yeah. I'm supposed to put 4d6 on top of it instead of 4d. It doesn't know what the heck a 4d is. I understand now.
Yes.
All right. We're just going to do this for the damage then. Boom. See what
Yeah.
it does. All right. Hey, there we go.
There we go. The damage gets the total of +2 in it. So that's 19 points of damage. Oh, that it's hurting. It's hurting like hell. The thing screeches in more agony as half of its limb is torn asunder. The shining right limb still remaining as it screeches. But before it manages to do anything to revenge itself, more soldiers join the fray as they shoot at the creature. One of them misses. Another one misses. The third one manages to hit. The fourth one miss. And miss. Only one of them misses. Jenkins is the last one. And he hits as well. Let's see the damage. I need to get more dice, but I just like these ones. These are cool. If anyone has more of these, send me them so I can use them. Anyway, back to damage. Oh,
Nice.
their damage, unfortunately, while their shots seem to be on the spot, they seem to hit rather poorly, as they mostly ricochet off its surface. The few hits that do manage to hit the thing's armor don't do much to make it unhappier than it was. It does still make a small screech, but it is its turn once more.
Oh boy.
It is time to see what happens to Malone, as it has only the one final attack. Well, assuming you managed to do the same damage as you did last time.
Come on, baby Jesus, watch over me.
And this time, the blade hits. That's 9. It's a 7 and an 8. So 9, 7, 8. What does the 8 become? 8 and 7, 15 plus 9, 24 damage.
24 damage.
In the Malone's body. So after armor, that's 13. Where does that leave you? That's
gonna be a lot. Let's see. I'm at -6 right now on endurance, so from 13. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How much total damage am I supposed to take?
that was
13.
damage.
13.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm at 5. I'm at 0 endurance. Or do I have to put it off of 1 or?
All at one, yes. But if one goes to 0, then you can swap to another. But I don't recommend that with your dexterity.
Yeah, well, my endurance is my toppest thing, so my endurance is now at 0, and there's a little bit left over of damage to go elsewhere.
So I suppose how much do you have left over?
5.
Yeah.
I could put that in strength.
Yep.
All right.
You have what? 4 strength
That leaves
left?
7 minus 11 needs 4 strength left. Yes, that drains me. I mean, that pretty much hurts a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Luckily for you, that was its only attack this round. Next is Landas.
Right. I'm actually gonna aim a shot and just. I'm actually just gonna be trying to fire at that arm as it's like. If I'm assuming that arm's right in Malone at the moment. They're quite still, or is it still moving, whipping around there?
The arm that was cut, it's pretty much just hanging.
Oh, that one's hanging. What? But there's another arm though that's
Yeah,
just
the other arm is hitting Malone easily.
And I'm
E-
like
e-
dropping
even-
down
e-
on my knees even.
Even with your help, it was insufficient.
I'm just gonna keep aiming at the shoulder of the still ear at the shoulder, kind of like around the muscle mass of that other arm. You know, that's my kind of target. I want to try and if I'm not hitting that arm, I want to be kind of like so save that. If I'm not hitting there, I want to be kind of hitting there. You know.
Yeah. Still trying to stop it from attacking more.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
And that's gonna be through there.
Then it's Malone's turn.
That's gonna be
That's gonna be a miss.
yeah. It's just moving too much. Bloody hell.
Yeah. So
All
Malone,
right.
you are cut down.
I'm cursing. I'm going. Can someone bloody shoot its legs?
I think it's on its death. Well, I have no idea. How hurt does this thing look?
Oh, it's hard.
It's black. It has gleaming red eyes, and it's mean. It has only one arm. You think?
Is there a way that I could Is there a way that I can pop a grenade off, stick it on him, and push myself away from him? Is there a series of actions and minor actions that allows me to do that safely, or?
Not safely, but there's always the risk factor, but there is a chance that you may be able to do it and get out of dodge. That just means the thing is.
Let's go with the safe bet and just keep on with the buzzsaw charge at the end of my rifle. I'm gonna drive it straight at its center mass, just like he hit me center mass, and oh wait, I'm already weak. That's not even gonna give me a lot of strength stuff, is it?
Nope.
No, I'm boned. I'm realizing my situation here. I am boned. All right. Let's do that. I like the grenade thing. I would like to disengage, move away, and stun grenade him.
Stun grenade?
Yeah, because even if it affects me, it won't be as bad.
At this point, what do you have to lose?
Yeah, I'm going to yell out. All right, folks, I got up its attention. Throw everything you got here right now. Pop. Stun grenade, and then push myself as far back away and dive to cover.
Yes, as you do that, the creature is allowed a final attempt to keep you in melee, as it attempts to hold you responsible for your deeds. Its claw swinging, hitting the stun grenade and sending it barreling your way as you try to escape. It landing straight into your arms just before it says click. Roll your own stun damage, please.
All right. So did it really just stun itself back at me? All right.
Yeah.
That's fine. It happens, folks. What you gonna do?
Good thing you picked the stun grenade, not the frag.
Yeah. That's not right. It's the 3d6 thing again.
Yeah.
Let's try that a second time.
Yeah.
9 damage.
That does not go through your armor, does it?
No, it does not.
So you're safe. Nothing to worry about. You are the blast shakes you, but that's about it. It doesn't nothing more than that. But this is also where the crew gets into action. The guys.
Now we're
begin to-
separated from them too, right?
Yep, there is space between you and it, so there is fire coming through from almost all angles. Odds or evens?
Odds.
Okay, Landas. Somebody shot you in the back.
Oh.
And dealt you a grand total of 18 points of damage.
Right. So, question. I'm assuming the
You
armor.
have 11 points of armor.
Right. That's what I was going to clarify. So that's going to be 7 damage there. Right. Where can I afford to lose that?
Yeah, you can choose any of your physical stats. Most people choose endurance first.
Well, if I do the endurance, that's going to drop it to a -1 there.
So you have to apply that to another stat afterwards.
Right, okay, so... Alright, okay. Yeah, so I'll drop the endurance down to 0, then drop my dex down to 6, then, in that case. Fake.
Let's see if another shot hits someone in the back. Nope, this one doesn't hit anything. This one hits the white side of the barn, and that one misses the white side of the barn, and finally this one goes to the same place as the last one. And only remaining shot is Jenkins's rocket launcher. Somebody did say shoot everything you have at it. So rocket launcher it is. The rocket launcher is shot. The flame bursts out from behind the tube. The grenade propels out of it straight towards the creature. It slides, aiming dead on at it. And at the very last moment, the creature dodges to the side, and the rocket just flies past and hits something of the excavation site a few meters that way, leaving a big hole, but a little anticlimactic wins at everyone.
Not even splash damage.
Not even
Sadness.
splash damage. Jenkins is as miffed as the rest of you. His memory dropping a tear on his cheek. Now, it is the creature once more. The creature seemingly unhappy with the situation. It has no things in melee, so it lets out a screech and vanishes. It sort of moves side by side so fast that suddenly you can no longer see it. There is an eerie silence in the air, but also the dread of the creature nearby. It is somewhere.
I get up from the ground. Where'd it go? Throw down my useless weapon and pull out just a single pistol. Does my
Roll me recon,
field of friend or foe HUD help out in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, roll me recon.
Just out of curiosity, we cut this thing up badly. Is there like any, like Predator style, is there anything that would indicate any bodily fluids?
Recon.
I don't think I have to read. No, I don't.
6.
If I don't have recon, what would
Intellect.
it be? An intellect.
I rolled a 6. It's not that good, I don't think.
No, I've rolled even worse.
As you look around the battlefield, there is the eerie silence. Everyone is looking around nervously. You know you have not beaten this thing yet. It is still in there. The sensation of dread is all around. You see it where it stood. There is black marks all around the ground. It has a tinge of green in it, but mostly black. And then there is another puddle over there, and another over there. And it keeps on going in a line. This thing is bleeding. It is moving. It is unable to hide its moving due to the bleeding. It is circling around, attempting to get behind Malone.
I'm gonna actually, as I see this, I'm gonna move up and position myself over Malone's body. Rifle.
Malone is still alive though.
Well, he's still on the
I know.
ground at the moment there, so this is so I'm not like
You come next to me and you're taller and you're shooting over me instead of through me. I got you.
so it's me basically covering him till he either gets up or can start gives indication that he can move there.
Fair enough.
Can you shoot at that area where you think he might be at?
Yeah, you can definitely try it. Especially with a grenade.
I'm going with something. Was I given any grenades by you?
Yeah, he gave you the gear he wanted to have. So.
Okay.
Load it up, man.
I'm just gonna go. Which one? So which one's which again? Human destinations. I'm not sure. Which one do you?
Literally pull anyone and just toss him this way.
Okay.
The one with the red, the one with the red top.
Right. What red? Centauri don't really see red. Is that the red one there?
Just throw it at him.
All right.
Okay, now I'm gonna have to ask you to roll me 2d6 without any modifiers. Just roll 2d6.
Just as long as I remember the command. 8. There.
Is the target number for grenade throw. Exactly. So no bonus for positioning, but the grenade lands exactly where you wanted it to land. Malone, roll me a frag grenade damage.
Can do. All right, there we go. I did it again. The wrong one. Sorry.
No, that is
Difference between stun and frag grenade. There we go.
Ah.
Oh, big difference.
Yeah. There is a satisfying boom exactly where you expect it to be. You can for a fraction of a second see the air vibrate, reveal the black creature that just proceeds to do the appropriate thing when encountering the grenade and spread yourself over a wide area. And the pieces of the black shining carapace-like material spread everywhere. And as that happens, your vision just begins to darken all around, getting hazy. There is a voice going, "You'll be all right. Don't worry. We'll take care of you." And there is the sound of a beep, 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 beep. You can hear the running steps of someone, and there is a small voice saying, "Now I can sleep." Inside Malone's mind. And here is where we end the session.
Damn, that was some good stuff, man. For full improv, that was full on good.
Yeah.
Amazing. What
Thank
was
you.
that thing? I have no idea what we just fought.
That is something you will possibly find out later during the campaign.
I can't wait. Oh. Fucking Landas there, man. At the end, just saving my ass.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. Hope you enjoyed this. I see we have gotten a donation during this game. No new subscribers, but hey, donation! That's awesome. Thank you, Firoro,
Yep,
for
thank you.
spotting us $20. That's $20 bigger than the last donation we had. So does that mean I'm 20 times better than the last guy? I don't know. let's not go there, but I just did. So, any public comments you want to give out to our players here? Sorry, not players, to our audience, or does the audience want to give something to our players? Now is a good time. I can actually pop up the chat and read. Do we have anything?
Malone is the lawful one.
Yeah, all the rest
I'm
have
a
the
straight shooter. What I say is what I mean.
The rest are the stupid.
Nice. That was good.
No offense, Landis.
I'm the lawful, you're the stupid.
Yeah, concerned I just saw what this thing did to Malone, and then I go, yeah, I'll just stand between it and Malone. Where, yeah, that is stupidity.
Yeah. Well, yeah, as I said, yeah, those of you who are interested in the whatchamacallit, the non-game related stuff, is that, yeah, we are missing 2 players today, one of whom had a personal emergency and could not attend, and one we already knew would not be here. So I had plans for 3 players. Unfortunately, that got down to 2 players, and suddenly moving the main plot was out of the window. This one was a quick put together. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm glad to have these 2 players, because these 2, you managed to work on each other perfectly.
Thank you.
Oh, well,
Perfectly.
thanks.
So that really helped me. And
It was basically I woke up this morning and it was like, Wooster, right, boy, you're not quitting on me tonight. I want you just to roleplay the shit out of this.
and you delivered.
Thank you, sir.
Kudos. If I could, I would give you special bonuses for this. You'll get brownie points, each of you. Okay. Actually, yeah. Since you did show up for this session, I'm gonna give you both a magical free skill point to use.
Ooh.
So have fun with it. We can talk about it later, what you're gonna choose with it.
Sure.
But I'm going to mandate that it has to have something to do with this dream adventure. Something you did during here that enabled you to be smarter, more skilled. Something clicked.
Nice. So,
And next time, maybe we'll see Centauri women in Landas's memories. A little hint: he never saw any Centauri women, at least beautiful ones. He just claims it.
that also tracks. Yeah, that is the Landas that I know.
Yeah, just good.
You should have seen her. She was great.
Right.
What? Are you trying to make insinuations about my beautiful wife, Blair?
Your wife is awesome. I like her very much.
Your wife is a fine, upstanding woman.
Yep.
Nothing to be said about her beauty, though.
She's not. She is a bit plain, but there's other ways that Centauri women make up for it.
Yeah, she has a magnificent personality.
Yes.
She is very well endowed. I mean, she has a big endowment. That's what I meant to say.
Our family well compensated her. Yes.
Okay, yeah, while we're still in public, is there anything you two wish to see in the future of the game? Any public comments on its progress so far?
No, I've enjoyed this campaign so far. I'm trying to think how, because last session, if anyone who's watching hasn't caught up, it kind of ended on a slight cliffhanger with us actually in a situation of how are we going to cover up a certain incident that happened, and it's me going to see how me and Sador, or Whimsy's character, can maybe stop us getting ourselves locked in the brig.
Yeah, indeed.
I've
That
got a
is
few
something. That is something I don't know how you're gonna pull off, but
I've got a few ideas there.
that's your job to do. I'm just here
Yeah.
to give you challenges, and you are supposed to rise above them.
Yep. Well, I am the face, so I'm gonna try and talk my arse off and get ourselves out of it. There. Now, did I actually take any skills in lawyers? Shit, I haven't.
That's
Okay.
advocate. Actually, your unconscious man has advocate.
Of course. Right, wake up! Wake up!
Yeah. You guys, you know what? When I'm not around, you guys need to figure out how to solve your own problems.
Yeah, it's like, why you're not shooting at? If you're not shooting at him, go. He's like, he's just went. Well, under these statutes, these are the reasons why it's all self-defense and why I shot him, Your Honor.
And that's when I shot him, Your Honor.
It's like,
I
okay.
did not shoot the sheriff. I only shot the deputy.
I did not shoot the sheriff, but I did shoot the Landas. Okay. Well, if there is nothing else, join our Discord. There should be a link somewhere in the Twitch page for our Discord if you want to ask questions between the sessions. If not, if you want to join one of our community games, that's also an option. I think we have 2 games that are currently looking for players. Additionally, like, share, subscribe, especially share. Share. That's free for you, right? Just click and done. Would love
Share, like, subscribe.
Yep. The other things, I would just ask for anyone, if you have enjoyed this show, is tell friends, tell family, especially if they like Trevor, if they like B5, point them our way. If they don't like it, they don't like it. But sometimes the things I've enjoyed the most is because people have mentioned it. I only found out about, for example, Fringe, because someone at uni mentioned it to me.
Hey, thanks for being here. We're gonna end the session there. And oh dear, no, no, don't read the chat. Don't. No.
All right.
Okay. See you guys later.
Yep.
Next week, same time, with twice as more people, with half as more fun. No, twice more fun. Nope. 2 by 2, so 4 times more fun.
Yeah.
Until next time. See you later, travelers.
Bye.
See you later. Bye-bye, y'all. Thanks. This was great.
Thank you.